All right, we're gonna find some mushrooms today. I got the secret weapon behind me, Jocelyn. We're in very lucky hands. Jocelyn's always lucky, or is it skill? And I have a very special guest that came all the way from New York to visit me, and we're gonna be hanging out this week. This is Will.
What's up, guys? Channel's Cooking with Clams, also a chef in New York. I'm very excited to be here.
Heck yeah, man. I'm super stoked to show him around Northern California. And we're gonna be doing this mushroom foraging today, taking them out. Hopefully we can find some mushrooms. And tomorrow we're gonna be going out fishing on a boat, doing all kinds of fun stuff. We'll obviously be cooking too, because we got not just one now, we got 2 chefs in the outdoors. We're gonna make something tasty today, so stick around. It's gonna be a good one.
We'll see how it goes, if it's a collaboration or a challenge.
He wants to challenge me, guys. What do you think about that?
We'll see how I'm feeling.
I got a home court advantage right here.
I know.
I might let you get settled in first, you know? Get settled in before you...
I'll get a little ahead of myself.
Before you step up.
Never defeat the master, you know?
All right, guys. Oh, yeah, it should be a fun one. And we are in for a treat, maybe cinematically today, because we also have our friend Tsubasa. He's from Japan. He spent some time in Hawaii and California as well, just a little bit. And he hit me up on Instagram. He's just been following me for a long time. He's been hanging out in Hawaii, and he was visiting California. So I said, hey, come on through. And he wants to film a little documentary.
Yeah, you are my hero. I was watching your YouTube. Yeah, for a long time, and I'm really happy to make your documentary.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming. And I'm excited to see what you film.
Yeah, make it cinematic.
Yeah,
cinematic.
That sounds good. Now that we have our own property, I want to have more collaborations with other YouTubers and chefs, invite them over. So let me know who I should have over. If you guys have a request for a collab, let me know, because I would love to keep having people over. And once I get my property all situated with like a badass cooking setup, it's gonna be so perfect. So far, not much. It's not much so far. So hopefully we find something. I told him we're gonna find stuff for sure, so put a little bit of pressure on myself now. All right, Jocelyn with the first find. She's got a coral mushroom. So we've never eaten these here, but we have eaten them at a restaurant in Mexico. So maybe we'll try that today.
Are all corals edible, or just some, right?
A bunch of them are. I believe most of them are.
And you're gonna pickle them too, right?
Yeah, wanted to do that.
Maybe a little too far gone.
No, it's all right.
No, they're good.
Will's got a couple coral as well. Not much out right now.
They're pretty dirty.
Yeah,
they were pretty buried.
I got one from the property, and then one Jocelyn just found too. So we had a good week of rain, but after that it's been dry for this past week, maybe slightly over a week now. So everything here is pretty dry, but I think I might have found something good here. Tell me if you guys spot that. Tell me if you can see anything there.
I literally see nothing.
Cute little guy. There's one right there, and then one right there. Look at that. They're pretty small at the moment, but you know what? I mean, they're so tasty.
I mean, these two
When
take, but
yeah,
I think we can come back for mine next
when
week.
they're especially when they're this size, it's so good. This is when it's the most prized, the most expensive.
And this is matsutake.
This is matsutake.
Okay.
Look at that. That's a beauty right there. When their veil is still closed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we were driving away, and then Jocelyn spotted potentially some mushrooms on a log, so we'll go check it out. Let's see what she spotted. Where did you spot it?
Oh, right there.
Ooh.
Oh gosh, dang.
That's a giant mushroom, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not sure.
It does look like oysters.
Massive oysters. There's
Yeah.
some smaller young ones.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are oysters. Yeah, you're right, I think.
Earth did you
Let's get down there.
It looks like someone tried.
Yeah, someone did.
These are the oyster mushrooms Jocelyn spotted from the road. They are pretty big, so if you're gonna spot any of them, it's gonna be these, I guess. Dang, look at that. Wow. Yeah, that's a good eye right there. Wow. Huge.
That's the biggest oyster mushroom I've ever seen.
Those are huge.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Right. These are beauties. These are oyster mushrooms. They're really good, beginner-friendly mushrooms. This is like the first one I began with too. When I first went by myself, I found a nice log of oyster mushrooms. They're always growing out of logs, and a lot of times these dead logs are really good places for oyster mushrooms. I would say they're not like the best mushroom, but they're really good still. Very mild in flavor and smell and all that, but texture-wise, very good. All that white that's on there, that's all the spores. But mushrooms from above, yeah, they'll drop the spores out of their gills, and this is what it is, this powdery stuff. So it's not mold. So we gathered this many, figure that's enough. Big old handful of them. There's still a bunch down there. Good job.
Thanks.
As always. As always.
They're really incredible. A lot of water is going to cook out of them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're moist.
Yeah. But it's not bad, and they don't have any bad smell. They smell amazing.
We got mushrooms, mushrooms. Thanks to Jocelyn. The eagle eye of mushrooms.
Mushrooms. I did say I wanted oysters.
The mushroom killer.
Mushroom killer. I kind of wanted to take one to the house.
Shroomzilla.
Shroomzilla.
You want to take them to the house and just
Rub it on
plop
a
some?
log or something?
Yeah, just leave it on top of dead logs and stuff. They'll grow. That'd be pretty cool. I do want to plant a bunch of mushrooms too. Like instead of, yeah, it doesn't have to be all wild, you know. They're basically wild if you just spread spores and stuff. I don't know exactly how that works. Like if you can just spread them like whatever, or it has to be certain logs maybe, but
Yeah, I do want to have a
we'll do
little
some
food
research.
forest in the house going.
Yeah, so if you guys know any of that information, how we can cultivate our own mushrooms too, let me know some resources where we can find that out. But now I think we're gonna go find our campsite for the night. We're gonna camp, winter camping. That's the best kind. There's usually nobody camping, so it's a perfect time to do it. Before we move on, let me show you what Tsubasa has been working on. He put together a little trailer for us. Check it out. My name is Taku, and I'm a full-time content creator on YouTube. I have a channel called Outdoor Chef Life, where I go fishing, foraging, and cook what I catch. And the whole premise is to make something delicious and restaurant quality. Personally, Outdoor Chef Life, I wanted to incorporate the outdoors with the chef life. So in order to create content that was, fulfilling both my love for the outdoors and my passion for cooking, just incorporating and combining those two things. There it is, guys. So go check out his channel, Tsubasa Films. I'm guessing the full video will be out soon, so go subscribe. He's a young guy trying to make it, and I think he's going to go far. So just as I imagined, the campsites are empty. There's plenty of spots in the wintertime. It's a perfect time. I highly recommend it. It's such good weather, too. I thought it was going to be much colder, but it's really nice. But the one downside to camping in the wintertime is that sun goes down so fast. At the sunset right now is like 4:30. So if we want to film anything, we have to start right now. And it's 4 right now. So we're gonna lose light, but I do have lights, so hopefully that'll work. But yeah, we'll start with the prep. We got our mushrooms right here. We got the oysters. We're gonna cook those up first. I think I'm gonna start out with making some oyster mushroom kimchi risotto. I think that is going to be absolutely tasty. What you got in mind?
I was gonna do some mushroom tostadas with a little salsa verde.
All right.
It's gonna be like we're on a cruise ship where there's
Yeah.
the buffet and all the different cuisines.
All
But
right.
yeah,
I'm down with that. Sounds delicious too. So these, they have a little bit of dirt to them, not too much.
The gills aren't bad.
Yeah. They're
pretty-
like
yeah.
high off the ground, so the gills are very clean. On the top side, just a little debris. So just gonna take a little paper towel here. Honestly, with these wild mushrooms, all right, we'll see what Will's take is on this. But with these wild mushrooms, like there's like a lot of chefs like, oh, don't wash mushrooms,
Yeah.
you know. But guess what? These oyster mushrooms have been sitting in the rain getting washed, so you can't stop nature, you know. So if you do have to wash it, I don't think it's a big deal because we're gonna do what's called a dry saute anyways.
Yeah.
And what a dry saute does is it pulls out all the moisture.
So I usually clean them with a paintbrush.
Yeah.
Just to get the dirt out. And then the other thing is if I'm cooking them right now, sometimes I'll do the dry saute and then add water and let the water cook down, then brown them.
Mm-hmm.
So washing them doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm putting them in the water anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not,
Right.
you know, and I also, if you wash them off right before you're cooking them, it's not, and like you said, these are waterlogged.
Yeah.
They're not taking on any more water.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you tell me if you find this, the joy of finding mushrooms in the winter, less bugs.
Oh.
Way less bugs.
I guess I don't really find mushrooms in the summertime. Here, so
We do.
we don't really. I never really thought about that. But
Yeah, these would be riddled with bugs if
really,
it was summertime.
porcini get a lot of bugs.
Yeah.
A lot of times when they get bigger, you see a lot of worms in them. But it's just dehydrated. It's completely fine. It's a little extra protein.
Sure. like the parasites in fish. It's fine.
A little extra protein. Just cook them.
And if anyone gets a little crunch, you just tell them it's cracked black pepper. It's fine.
Just a little black pepper. Just seasoning. The mushrooms are now nice and clean. I have something I want to do with those coral mushrooms. I don't think I'm going to do it tonight because we're not going to have any time, but I will later on. We're going to make 4 perfect bites of the matsutake. Those 2 little tiny baby matsutake, split them in half so we have 4. Then we're going to have 1 perfect bite each. So that'll be our dessert. All right, let me grab my knives. Got my knife bag right here. So we do have a ton of knife bags back in stock on my website. If you guys need some for Christmas. Beautifully handcrafted knife bags made by my mom. And I also have these knives in stock. I also have these hoodies. Everything's in stock right now. For the first time in 2 years, I've restocked these hoodies. The salmon print done by Dwight. And yeah, it's beautiful. And they're good quality hoodies too. So in the description, probably about once a year or not even, I got some good merch for sale. Okay, I'm gonna take the back ends of these green onion and slice them out. For mushrooms, a lot of mushrooms, you can just break them with your hand, kind of tear them apart. And however they tear, it's kind of the best way to do it. The one thing you don't want to do is you don't really want to cut against the grain with mushrooms because you lose the texture.
This is going to be a very chunky salsa verde because we don't have a blender.
Oh, we do have a blender.
You do have a blender?
Yeah.
Oh, everything changed.
We gotta make a fire too. If you have a flat piece of wood like this, but wide, you can just toss it right on the ground there and just split it like that. Like that. Like that. Got enough firewood to get started. Make a fire in here. Life hack, don't use a lighter, use a torch. Okay, the matsutake. Matsutake is, they always have this patch of dirt right at the tip. And they're always in this like really dry dirt. So we're just gonna shave that off. And then there's a little bit of dirt on top of it. We'll just kind of brush that off.
And you said that they're not growing on a particular root system. They're just kind of...
No, I think they are. Like with
Yeah.
the tan oak.
Okay.
It's probably tan oak. There was that area we were in. It's like a very mixed forest.
Mm-hmm.
There was tan oak. There were madrone, redwood. There were conifers. So that's it. That's pretty clean right there. That's all. That's what you want it to look like, sort of. Yeah, this one's a little small. It could be a little bigger. I forgot to put my brand new leather apron on. Custom made by my mom. She just made a batch of these. And we're doing like a super limited release. We're just doing five aprons release. So if you want to grab one, I think they're going to be available right now. With all the other stuff, all for Christmas. Bring your guys gifts. Yeah, this is super nice, dude. Just killed it once again. And it's like and it fits really well. Look at the cross back, really comfortable, just perfect. All right, damn, the fire is going good. Okay, first I'm gonna do a dry saute. There's no oil, just the mushrooms right in the pan. That's gonna pull out a lot of moisture. All that sizzling, it's all moisture.
Being very ambitious here.
Man, look at this guy.
Making tortillas.
Making some fresh tortillas. I love it. Love it.
So you want it to be almost like Play-Doh.
When we camp, one of the best things is just cooking.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do. We don't have any reception here. There's nothing to do. We're just going to be, chilling, drinking beers otherwise. That's going to be nice too in a little bit. But I think camping outdoors or cooking outdoors is one of the best, man.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's because there's an element of it where kind of I don't want to say fine dining aspect, but the like a little bit of the pressure's off.
Yeah.
Because if something's a little bit janky, it's like, well, we were outdoors. Like, look
Yeah.
at what I'm working with here,
Yeah.
you know?
A little bit janky, it's okay.
Yeah, and you're just
Yeah.
really happy to have anything elevated outside, you know?
Yeah. And the thing is, you just have to make it work,
Exactly.
You're not in the kitchen anymore where you have every single tool right at your fingertips. Sometimes you need something. And you're like, oh, you know what? Let me look around. You just find a branch to to make tongs, or use a leaf or use some of these pine needles to use it as a brush.
Right? Oh my God.
Things like that. You just improvise when you're outdoors, and it's the best.
I am gonna use your blender though.
Oh yeah, I have a blender in the van, so he's lucky. We got that at our fingertips.
I got. They saved me a lot of knife work, so I'm pretty.
Let's find a big rock
And just no, exactly. I was like, how
Yeah.
could I? But exactly what you're saying. I was
Yeah.
like, how could I smash it down? Like, what can I use?
Yeah.
So, happily a blender.
Okay, we're just moving over to the fire now. I was just waiting for it to die down. So now it's pretty dry. You don't hear too much moisture. There's a little bit still. But now I'm going to go in with the little olive oil. We're going to try to get this nice and crispy. At this stage, I'm going to give it a little seasoning. That's just some salt. And that's some black pepper. Ooh, that looks good. So at this stage now, I'm going to add a little butter. The oil beforehand is going to give it a little bit more crispy than just adding butter. So I just like to finish it with the butter for a little bit of that richness. Gonna be tasty. These are done. Take them off. Beautiful. Yeah. Oh, I'll try one. I gotta try one. Oh, this one looks so good. Perfect. You got a nice charred edge. Could use a little bit more salt. That's perfect though, because it's gonna go on top. Always eating food before it's done. That's the butt end. Here's my rice. Okay, just toasting the rice a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of sake.
Is this your cookbook recipe?
Not exactly, but this will be similar to it. Okay, this is dashi. Just mix just ton dashi in water, that's it. I got some gochujang. Nice tablespoon of gochujang going in. It's officially 5 o'clock somewhere, and that somewhere is right here. Cheers. Cheers. Thanks for coming all the way over from New York.
Thank you for having me. This
Oh.
is something special. This
Yeah.
is really nice.
Cheers, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm drinking a Hen House IPA. Always good. It's a tasty IPA. I love that one. And Jocelyn's got this hard cider, cranberry cinnamon, from Coronado, down in San Diego.
It's so festive. I love it.
Oh, that's tasty.
Yeah.
And got a bunch of kimchi. Kimchi's the best. So we're gonna chop some up. Okay. I'm gonna add a bit of Parmesan. Yeah, it's looking nice and thick, and that cheese is gonna add a bit more creaminess as well. And then we're going to finish with a little nub of butter, and that's gonna add the extra creaminess. So the reason why you keep stirring risotto is to bring out all the starch. And we cooked everything in this one skillet. So all the mushrooms were cooked in here, so all the flavor from the mushrooms going into all of this as well. We're gonna incorporate it back into this skillet and then also top it off. Kimchi. It just dropped the butter in the charcoal, but it's okay, it's a little activated charcoal. It's good for you.
It's good for digestion, isn't it?
It's good for digestion. That's what I've heard. There you go, a little nub of butter, a little charcoal butter. I just chopped up the oyster mushrooms. We'll add that in. I saved a little for a garnish as well. And this is just about done. And we'll just add one more round of broth, and we're done. Nice scoop into the bowl.
Oh, it smells so good.
It does. It smells amazing. And then with risotto, you can just kind of hit it, shake it a little. Some of these beautiful mushrooms there. A little more Parmesan. One more oyster mushroom for good measure. Finish it off with a little patch green onion. And a tiny bit of olive oil. There it is, guys. Alright guys, here we have it, our dinner. Today I made a kimchi oyster mushroom risotto. And you, sir?
I made roasted oyster mushroom tostadas with a salsa verde.
Mmm.
I don't know where to go for it.
Let's go.
I'll be honest, I took a bite out of mine already.
I'll go with the tostada first.
I had to make
little
sure.
appetizer. Can I get some of that? Some of that
You're one of those guys.
extra sauce.
Yeah.
Extra.
You haven't even
salsa.
tasted it yet. Whoa, all right.
Jocelyn likes even more.
I'll do more on mine.
See?
All right.
Told ya.
Salsa's the best part.
Excellent.
Try
Oh,
that. All right,
he
we'll
wants
try
a
that.
little extra.
Little extra. A little extra for Tsubasa. Okay, okay.
you.
Right there.
Yeah.
That's
There
it?
you go.
Perfect.
I'm gonna admit something. I wimped out.
Mm-hmm.
Taka made a great suggestion of grilling the mushrooms, but the grill was kind of wide, and I had this fear of them falling inside and burning, so I did them in the pan.
Yeah.
And I added a little smoked paprika to try to cheat.
Got a little smokiness.
But the tostada is good.
And now for my risotto. Okay, I haven't tried it. Honest.
It is gorgeous.
By the way, the cookbook pre-sales start next week. After this video, when this video comes out, it's going to be the following week. So make sure to check the next video because that's going to be the drop. Don't want to miss it. It's right here, actually. I have it on copy right here. Oh, it's so nice.
That
So-
one's mine.
Yeah. Don't miss the next episode.
It's really good.
It's got a nice, like a tiny bit of spice up front from the kimchi and the gochujang. It's super creamy and rich.
Yeah.
And the oyster mushrooms give it a very nice texture. That mushroomy texture with the beautiful char on it.
Mushroom tastes really good. Yeah, with hondashi.
You can say you like the tostada better. It's okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I like tostada too.
Okay.
You like the tostadas too?
Yeah.
Or you like it better or
I like
not
it
better? Not better,
Like
huh?
both.
You don't like tostadas better though. What do you guys think? Next episode, should we do a head-to-head?
Ooh.
That's what Will brought up the first thing. He was like, I want to do a head-to-head with you.
I don't know if I put it that
Oh, okay.
aggressively, but
He's like, all right, all right.
yeah, I don't know if I come off that confident.
Well, I can already tell the rest of the this week is going to be a ton of fun. I'm really looking forward to what we get into. Tomorrow we have we're going on a boat with crispy fish, going for Dungeness crab, and we'll see what else he has in store for us. But a lot of fun coming. Stick around. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks to Will for coming
Thank
all the
you.
way over here. And your channel again?
Cooking with clams.
Cooking with Clams. That's
Yeah.
right. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.